If this review gets enough attention, me and my brother will both do a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu breakdown of this fight and show you what happened ourselves using Jiu Jitsu because we both do it. But let's start with the chapter review. What's going on, guys? Quinn Giles here, and I'm going to be doing a review of Attack on Titan Season 2, Episode 6 I believe it was, but I know it was Episode 32 in total. So let's get started. If you haven't been here before, I'm going to review the episode, then I'm going to give you my thoughts at the end. This was one of the best episodes ever, and I'm going to explain why during this review. I'm so sorry I'm talking so fast. I'm super duper pumped. Let's get this review started right now. Before I do that, I'm going to have to drop a mega super huge
Mega spoiler alert.
Yes, this isn't your average ordinary spoiler. This is a mega spoiler. Attack on Titan is the show that you do not want a spoiler. So listen to me. If you haven't already seen the show up to this point, go back and rewatch it. I do not want to spoil it for you. If you do continue watching, I will not be your friend anymore, and I will not invite you to my birthday party. So don't come crying down in the comments saying I spoiled anything on you.
You've been warned.
Alright guys, so we got a lot to talk about. So, Eren punches the Armored Titan right into the wall on their way down, but it doesn't do any good, and it literally blows his hand off because the armor on the Armored Titan is way too hard. Mikasa's still hanging off the wall after Reiner pushed her, saying, "Why the hell didn't I cut their heads off? I could have done it. Why didn't I?" She's pissed because she's saying she's never going to get that chance again. Nobody will ever get that chance again. Is it because she, trained for years with Reiner and Berthold why she couldn't do it, or was she simply not good enough? Who knows? And everybody else tries taking on the Colossal Titan, and they're doing pretty good. They're dodging all of his hits, and the Colossal Titan's done in like 3D computer animation, but it looks really good. Colossal Titan keeps swinging at them, but it's too slow to hit all the people trying to go after it. And they even go as far as saying that, oh my goodness, this guy's slow. He's easier than fighting other Titans. He's big, but that's all he's got going for him. We can take him out. And they all go right by him, and they're all about to go behind him and slice his neck right open. They're that close. Then he releases a bunch of super hot steam like he did the first time Eren fought him, but this time it's a lot hotter. It's even hot enough to burn people, and they weren't even that close to him. If they were really close to him, they would have been burned to a crisp. There's a lady, one of the scouts, I don't even know her name, I think she's a nameless character. She was very close, well, she was the closest one to the Armored Titan, and she got a burn on her hand just from being slightly close to the Titan. So yeah, the Armored Titan keeps this smoke screen up, this big amount of steam. It keeps producing it so nobody can get close. Armin even tries to hook his gear onto him, and the steam's coming out so fast that the grappling hook kind of goes into the air instead of going right towards the Titan, which he was aiming for. So nobody can get close to him, so it's just a waiting game. Then we go back to Eren and the Armored Titan, and he's losing. He cannot hit the Armored Titan. Every time he does, his hand just blows off because the armor's too hard. In a battle of strikes, Eren cannot win because none of his strikes do any damage at all. And Mikasa tries to take out the Armored Titan as well, but her blades will not cut through the nape of his neck because he's too strong. He can't do anything. And here we can see he gets smoked, and he's getting sent through the air. And this is his second time taking a hard hit, and it blows half of his face off. Eren isn't looking too good. For some reason, probably because he's close to death, he has a flashback. He's wondering it's his life flashing before his eyes, and he has a flashback of training with Annie and Reiner, and he remembers them showing him fighting moves, and he says he feels disgusting. Just the thought of them sitting there with their righteous faces fighting for justice makes him want to throw up, and he's calling them pieces of shit and all that stuff. But then he remembers Annie putting him in an arm triangle. I do jiu-jitsu, so I know what's going on here. And Annie gets Eren in a standing arm triangle and takes him down and chokes him out and makes him tap out. And for some reason, he remembers this at this time. Again, his life, he says, he thinks it's flashing before his eyes. And the flashback ends with Mikasa and Annie about to square off. We will never know the winner because it doesn't show it. Eren gets up as Mikasa watches on, knowing that she can't do anything. Eren says he's never felt this horrible in his life. All he knows, he just feels like he was gonna vomit because he still can't believe that Reiner is a bad guy after, he stood for so much justice and stuff, saying that he always looked up for him. And then Eren and the Armored Titan, they're about to punch each other. And their punchers, who's gonna win? We obviously know the Armored Titan because Eren's punches do nothing. But then something crazy happens. Eren whips out the arm triangle takedown. The arm triangle is a chokehold. You trap the other person's arm against their carotid artery, and your other arm goes across their carotid artery, and you choke them out. Of course, he's just using it as a takedown here because you can't choke out a Titan, but he takes the Armored Titan down and slams his ass. And Eren lets go of the arm triangle, and he gets the mounted position, and he's about to start punching Reiner in the face, which I don't know how good that would do. Again, his hands are going to blow off. Aaron knows how to fight too, and he bridges and rolls Aaron right off of him. Another jiu-jitsu move. But on his way around, he locks his legs around the Armored Titan's neck and says, "You fuckers should have thought before you guys taught me how to fight." And he locks in a triangle choke. And yes, Aaron's triangle choke is locked in tight. The triangle choke is a blood choke. The right leg stops blood going to the head, and the other opponent's own arm that's still left in the triangle, as you can see Reiner's shoulder here, also chokes him out. But I don't think Titans can be choked out. But because Aaron is so strong, and you know these Titans are so strong, even proportionally to their size, they're a lot stronger than what they should be, his legs start crushing the Armored Titan's armor. It's gonna pop his head off like a daisy. Reiner's too strong, and he reaches his hand up and starts pulling Aaron's legs apart, and he's escaping the triangle, and he starts posturing up, getting ready to slam Aaron. But then Aaron's too quick, and he sees this happening, and he lets go of the triangle, and he flips his legs around and isolates Reiner's arm, and gets him caught in an armbar from the bottom, and known in jiu-jitsu as an armbar from the guard. And his arm is fully extended, and he has Reiner's arm fully extended, and he's going to break it by using his arms to pull his hand down, and he's going to use his pelvis to snap the arm at the elbow. And he flips over and he lands belly down and pulls out a belly down armbar, and he's pulling and pulling and pulling, and he rips off the Armored Titan's arm. Now let's just stop and think how crazy this is. I love jiu-jitsu. I do jiu-jitsu. And we're seeing two Titans right now. Attack on Titan, one of my favorite animes, jiu-jitsu. Titans doing jiu-jitsu against each other here. And again, yes, Aaron ripped off the Armored Titan's arm. Ripped it clean off with the armbar. But the Armored Titan is not out yet. He's walking towards Aaron. But he's slow, remember, because he's armored. Colossal Titan is still letting off boiling steam, and some of his muscle has melted off the bone due to it. Then Hange sorry if I pronounced that name wrong. He lands on Aaron's shoulder and says, "Listen, use your head." Now Aaron is under control, and he's actually listening. Now he's not like going berserk like he just was when he was doing those submissions. He was going crazy then. Then, Hans tells him, "Use your head." She tells him to try to go for that submission lock on his leg instead. So now she wants him to do a knee bar or some kind of ankle lock to rip off the Armored Titan's leg so he can't go anywhere and he'll be trapped. And that'll be a win. Aaron acknowledges this by giving her a nod, and with this, Hans just communicated with the Titan. You know she's obsessed with Titan. She literally creams her pants. The Armored Titan, he takes all of the armor off the back of his leg so he can move faster, and he runs at an incredible speed and hits Aaron with a double leg takedown, another jiu-jitsu takedown or a wrestling takedown, and slams Aaron against the wall. Aaron couldn't react in time. It was just too fast. And then Aaron's on the ground avoiding punches from Reiner, and he ends up actually almost getting a leg lock. He's fiddling around, looks like he's going for a heel hook, or maybe he's trying to flip around and go for a knee bar or a straight Achilles ankle lock, but it doesn't work. But he still uses jiu-jitsu to flip the Armored Titan off him with his legs, and he stands back up. Now they're both standing again. Titan, he charges again. He charges straight at Aaron, and Aaron wraps the neck because he knows he's going down. He says, "Well, I'm going down anyways. I can't help it, so give me that damn neck while you're at it." And he snaps in another jiu-jitsu move known as an arm-in guillotine. A guillotine, you'll see here, he's just choking the neck, but he still has Reiner's arm trapped in, so it's called an arm-in guillotine, and he starts cranking it on. This is a very good jiu-jitsu move, and you can finish it standing, but if you fall down, you can wrap your legs around your opponent and pull them downwards to generate even more pressure. Right now, there's a tremendous amount of force going around Reiner's neck, but he is a Titan. I do not think you can choke Titans out, but this is crushing his armor. Aaron's so strong that he's literally gonna pull Reiner's head straight off, and the armor along the back of his neck is cracking, but it's not over yet. Reiner's very strong, and he could be able to get out of this, because he's got out of the triangle pretty easy. Caught on that Reiner took the armor off the back of his legs, and Mikasa comes in, Mikasa, sorry, I mispronounced names, please don't kill me, guys, and he slices the back of one of Reiner's legs so that he can't use that leg anymore. And now Aaron has the choke and he's cranking it. Then the Armored Titan uses his arm and his leg that still works to slide Aaron over a little bit. He lets out a blood-curdling scream, kind of like how Annie did when she called the Titans towards him, but then everyone notices there's no other Titans in the area, except for the Colossal Titan, of course. And Connie realizes that the Colossal Titan's ribs that are holding him on are breaking off on the side towards Reiner and Aaron, and he realizes something. Aaron is right underneath the Colossal Titan. Aaron's guillotine choke is so close to ripping Reiner's heads off, blood is spraying everywhere. Then Connie yells down, "Watch out!" And the Colossal Titan's on his way down to crush him. Aaron looks up, and this is what we end with. End of the episode. But yeah, a lot of jiu-jitsu was used in this, and I love jiu-jitsu. And if you guys want me and my brother to break down this fight, Titan against Titan, we can use jiu-jitsu and show you and, slowed down ourselves what happened, and I could be I can do Aaron's moves and he can do Ronner's moves. We can show you what happened and break down the fight. If you guys are interested, like this video, comment down below and tell me, because I don't want to do it if we're not going to get any attention on it. You know what I mean? That episode was so good! Have to rate it. I gotta give it a 12 out of goddamn 10. It's so good. It has to go over 10. It was so good. Okay, so first of all, I do Jiu Jitsu and I love Jiu Jitsu and I'm obsessed with Jiu Jitsu and I love Attack on Titan. It's one of my favorite animes ever. And to see Titans using Jiu Jitsu on each other, that was absolutely fucking crazy. First, the arm triangle choke takedown. And then the bridge and roll that Rana used to get out of mount. Then, a triangle choke. I'm speechless. It was so good. I don't even know what to say. Again, it's hard to find things to say when the episodes are so good. When they're bad, you can critique it, but there's nothing to critique. It was so good. And then he got out of the triangle, and there was jujitsu. He switched over and got the arm bar, and then he literally ripped his arm off with an arm bar. It was so good. I don't even know the creator. I'm so sorry. I should look up your name, but everyone who worked on this episode, everyone who animated this episode, whoever had the idea of putting this jujitsu in, fucking good job, man. 12 out of 10 all day. Hands down, it was so good. And the flashbacks, they were necessary flashbacks. They weren't stupid ones like we see in other animes. And it was so good. My only complaint is that it wasn't long enough. And that's not really a complaint. I understand there needs to be limits on these things. But it was so good. But it was just a cliffhanger. When they leave you on cliffhangers like this, I literally go all week just thinking about the next episode and what's going to happen. And I've already read this. I know what happens. But it was just so good. You can tell I'm breathless. I'm freaking out right now. This is a genuine reaction. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. I know you guys are waiting for me to, say something crazy, but I can't because it was just so good. It was such a good episode. I can't think of anything that I would change. The art was amazing. I just wanted it to last longer. So, we know now that the Colossal Titan also doesn't have a lot going for him. They said he was easier to fight than, other Titans, and for a long time everyone was thinking that the Colossal Titan's pretty weak, but I'm gonna have to disagree and say with that steam, if you stayed in that steam for too long, you're literally gonna get burnt to a crisp. Nobody was even close to this Titan, and they didn't, they still got, a lot of them, the one that was closest got a burn on her hand. Imagine if they were right next to the Titan. Anyways, but another thing that we know is that the Colossal Titan can't do that forever, but he held it for an awful long time, so... Anyways, I still don't think the Colossal Titan's as weak as what people say, because think about it, how's Aaron in Titan form going to take out the Colossal Titan? Can anyone give me ideas? Even Levi, if Levi's a tank, he could probably take out... I guess, I don't know if he could take down the Armored Titan because he has armor, but how's he going to take out the Colossal Titan when he's letting off steam that's going to give you a third-degree burn if you're staying it too long? How are you going to breathe if that steam's there? And he just friggin' dropped off the wall, all the ribs that were holding him on just cracked, and he fell down and landed right on Aaron. Such a cliffhanger. I read this about a year ago, even more, and I've been waiting for this for so long. I've been literally waiting for this episode for so long, and we got it, and they did a fantastic job. Amazing job on this episode, guys. Animation's great. Don't rush yourself, guys. Keep up the good work. Absolutely amazing. Anyways, I'm gonna head off now. Just a little update here. I have a joint exam coming up for paramedics. I'm going to be a paramedic soon, but I got to do this big exam, and I've been studying for it a lot, so I barely even have time to make this video. That's why my video upload has been a little slower. I'll try to do the Dragon Ball Super review as soon as I can once that episode comes out tonight, but honestly, it can't top that. I love Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball's still my favorite anime and manga up to date, but Dragon Ball Super's been letting me down, and I see all this stuff like Attack on Titan, how good it is, and I'm like, Dragon Ball Super, why aren't you this good? Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Sorry for freaking out. It's just I love Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I've been doing it for a long time. I love MMA. I love self-defense. And to see legit, real self-defense used by one Titan against the other, give me a huge boner. But anyways, I'm sorry. That was awesome. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a fantastic day. Keep her easy. And I'll see you with the next episode. Bye-bye for now. I can't wait for it.